Let's talk about the 7 most over-engineered Japanese cars and go over why they have that title. I also wanted to quickly just say thank you guys for watching the videos and subscribing. You guys are awesome. Starting at number 7, we have the Subaru SVX. This car was designed by Giorgetto Giugiaro, which I am positive I completely butchered that name, and was inspired by fighter jets and cars like the DeLorean. Instead of using normal frameless windows, they instead used a window within a window, which was a thick glass with a smaller roll-down portion inside of it. The car has a 3.3-liter 6-cylinder boxer motor named the EG33, which was only used in the SVX and only had a few minor EJ parts that matched other Subaru motors. Despite making 230 horsepower, it was only available with a 4-speed automatic that couldn't keep up with the power it was making and had a high failure rate. It came with digital climate control, automatic seatbelts, and suede interior. It is unlike most Subarus that are made to be affordable economy cars. It was made to be more of a sports car with technology advancements. The MSRP started at $24,000 in 1991, which would be $60,000 in today's money, and was more expensive than the Supra and the 300ZX. At number 6, we have the Toyota Century, specifically the GZG50 model. Starting with the motor, it is the only production V12 Toyota ever made and had no shared architecture with any other Toyota motor. The car was made for redundancy, so 2 ECUs, 2 throttle bodies, and 2 starter systems. Just like high-end luxury cars, it was tuned for smoothness and quiet operation instead of for performance. They obsessed over making it silent, adding liquid-filled engine mounts, multiple layers of sound deadening, acoustic glass, noise-isolated seat motors, and wool interior for more acoustic insulation. The car came with air suspension and active damping control. It was made for complete comfort in every area of the car. At number 5, we have the Toyota Soar, or the Lexus SC400 here in the US. The Z30 chassis was designed in Japan's bubble economy where the budget was endless and they focused on making the car a competitor to luxury cars like BMW and Mercedes. It came with a 4.0-liter V8 motor named the 1UZ-FE. It was designed for a 500,000-mile durability and is so strong it's even been used in race cars and even boats. The UZZ32 model suspension didn't use coil springs. It had a fully active hydraulic suspension similar to Mercedes' Magic Body Control. They came with the G sensor, yaw sensor, and steering angle sensor to control each wheel's dampening and height independently. The Soar came with a factory touchscreen that controlled the AC and navigation and was one of the very first in a production car. It had an MSRP of $38,000, which would be $80,000 in today's money, and was made to show how far Toyota could take quality and technology. Number 4 is the FD Mazda RX7. It comes with a 1.3-liter Dorito twin-turbo motor that sounds like a bunch of bees. Rotary cars are more often than not on jack stands because of their reliability. A rotary motor has fewer moving parts than pistons, but high precision machining, poor thermal efficiency, and odd wear patterns that make them hard to build and to maintain. Mazda engineered the motor to sit very low behind the front axle to get near perfect 50-50 weight distribution. They rev over 8,000 RPMs, but require regular apex seal maintenance to keep it running strong. Adding twin turbos adds a lot of fun noises, but also a lot of unfun potential failures and problems. The RX7 was made with a lot of lightweight materials like aluminum to get low weight to power ratio and makes it competitors to cars like the NSX, 3000 GT, and the 300ZX. Number 3 is the Honda NSX. The NSX is considered one of the most over-engineered sports cars because of the focus on precision and usability. It was the very first all-aluminum chassis in a mass production car. The aluminum body saved over 400 pounds compared to a steel structure. It came with a mid-engine 3-liter or 3.2-liter V6 motor that made 270 horsepower and were all hand-assembled by expert technicians. They added titanium connecting rods, which were unheard of for road cars at the time. Honda wanted to prove they could make a sports car even better than Ferrari. The name NSX stands for New Sports Car Experimental. In the development for the car, F1 driver Ayrton Senna gave vital feedback after testing the NSX to make the car what it is today. It was so over-engineered, the panel gaps were measured to 1/10 of a millimeter, which is tighter than your mom. Number 2 is the 3000 GT. When thinking of anything over-engineered, this is the number 1 car that I first think of. It was Mitsubishi's attempt at making a record-beating high-tech car with anything they could throw at it. The VR4 came with a viscous coupling center differential, giving it full-time all-wheel drive. The drivetrain layout requires a large, heavy transfer case, multiple differentials, and reinforced axles, which are all expensive and difficult to maintain, and pushed the car to over 3,700 pounds. It also came with active aero in the front and in the rear. It has an active air dam up front that would lower to improve downforce, and an active spoiler that changed angle to help downforce in the back. Active aero was also very rare to find on a 90s car, which later led to a lot of fail points. It also came with 4-wheel steering, which would turn the rear wheels at speeds above 30 miles an hour to improve speed mobility. It also came with a twin-turbo motor and an active exhaust system that would have the settings quiet and sports mode. The 3000 GT is a super unique car, but over the years, a lot of the tech thrown in it has sadly stopped working. Number 1 is the Lexus LFA. The LFA is known to be one of the most over-engineered cars and wasn't fully appreciated until recently. The Yamaha V10 tuned motor is somewhat of a masterpiece. It is a 4.8-liter built from scratch V10 that makes 553 horsepower and only weighs 454 pounds, which is rather light for a V10. It was inspired by F1 engines with titanium valves and forged internals. It revs to 9,000 RPMs in 0.6 seconds, which is too fast for an analog gauge to track. The triple exit exhaust was extremely fine-tuned to have one of the best sounding exhausts ever. Lexus originally planned to use aluminum but scrapped it mid-development and spent years learning to weave and mold carbon fiber in-house. They even built their own loom to weave the fiber instead of outsourcing to suppliers like most car makers would. The development took 10 years to finish. It started in 2000 but didn't go on sale until 2010. Every engine was hand-built and thoroughly checked for any errors. Only 500 were ever sold, with an MSRP of $375,000, which now they are close to about $1 million if you want to find one and buy one today. Thanks for watching, you guys. If I missed any cars, let me know in the comments down below. Again, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good one.